Hello, my name is Julia, and you're on the Space Daily News channel. SpaceX has launched its first batch of Starlink satellites of the year. A Falcon 9 rocket carrying SpaceX 51 Starlink Internet satellites lifted off from California Vandenberg Space Force Base on Thursday, January 19. The launch was originally scheduled for January 9, but it had to be postponed due to the bad weather. Just under 9 minutes after liftoff, the Falcon 9 first stage returned to Earth, landing on SpaceX Of Course I Still Love You, an automatic floating platform in the Pacific Ocean. It was the first flight of this first stage, according to a SpaceX statement. The Falcon 9 upper stage, meanwhile, delivered Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit about 29 minutes after liftoff. Starlink is SpaceX broadband constellation, which now has more than 3,300 operational vehicles. And that number is growing steadily as SpaceX steadily launches batches of satellites several times a year. In total, SpaceX has permission to launch 12,000 Starlink spacecraft. It's assumed that the constellation of Starlink satellites will consist of 5 shells. Most of the satellites will be located on the first shell, the formation of which SpaceX completed in 2021. The launch was the second for the second shell of the constellation. The second shell will eventually contain 720 satellites, distributed on 36 planes, 20 spacecraft in each plane. The satellites will operate on a circular 570 km orbit with an inclination of 70 degrees. This launch was the fifth for SpaceX in the current year. The company previously launched several small satellites in sun-synchronous orbit for commercial and government customers. 40 satellites OneWeb, a secret military satellite for US Space Forces, and the third generation of GPS satellite. Space Daily News. Like, share, and subscribe.